Hi, you've got Brian here today from Exile. We're going to talk about how we install a G3 double adapter on a Malibu boat. We're putting 2 pair of XM9s on the tower. Here's a look at the parts that you're going to need to do this job. We've got our G3 double adapters. You can see there's 2 mounting positions there. We've got the bolts that come with it, which will replace the factory bolts. We've got an original clamp that we're going to be taking apart, and we're going to be using the bottom post. And then the tools that you're going to need are going to be Loctite, crimpers, and a hex head set. Alright, we'll be right back and we'll get this started.
We've designed this animation to show you exactly how our universal clamp is put together. You're going to need to disassemble this clamp and remove the screws to actually build your adapter plate for the G3 tower. So as you can see, the screws come out of the top and bottom, parts all removed, and it's ready to go. In this animation, you're looking at the G3 adapter in black. You're going to take the parts that you've removed from the universal clamp and you're going to screw them onto the back side of the adapter, as you can see here. Those 4 screws will go down, and now you're ready to go.
Okay, so we're back after that nice fancy animation, and I want to take you through exactly what that looks like as a finished part. You can see here we've got 2 adapters. They both have 2 posts that are assembled. In our animation we did not show the Loctite that's applied, so you definitely want to use some Loctite, and if you come in here and take a look, you have these hex heads that screw down 4 per speaker, and you're going to want to apply a little of that Loctite before you do your final screw down. So it looks like we're all ready to go here. We've got the speaker wires coming out. They're both terminated here with the crimps. 2 speakers, plus to plus, minus to minus, and they're ready to wire into the Malibu tower. So here we are on the tower. We're ready to work towards assembling this onto the tower. A few considerations to take care of first. As you can see, our adapter is going to mount approximately in this position, putting your speaker here and here. First thing we need to do is we need to accommodate for this CNC adapter piece by clearing the holes on the back side. So on this boat he's got a board rack that is going to need to be removed. We're going to pull the set screw here. We're going to slide this rack off, and that will give us access to the screw holes on the other side. We'll take a look at that in a second. We've removed the rack. The rack is released with the set screw and slides all the way back off the tower. It exposes this landing plate where you've got 2 5.5 millimeter hex heads that are going to need to be removed. Then this part will come out, and that will give us access to the screw locations underneath it. Okay, so we've removed both of these 5.5 hex heads, which allows us to take off the base of this tower's rack, and it exposes these 2 hole locations here. These 2 screws are going to go back in, and we'll be utilizing these 2 for our adapter plate installation on the other side of the tower, and this is going to mount back over top of them, and then there will be no more access to those bolts. Okay, we've got our screws that are coming through the tower right here. These will actually attach into our bracket, and one of the most common questions that we get is my tower wired for sound to begin with, or do I have to pull wire through it? And on the Malibu G3 tower you've got this plug right here. You simply pull this out. You're going to see that it's pre-terminated already. You're just going to cut this piece off, and that will attach to our adapter plate. So we're back on the inside of the tower. As you can see, we've got our 2 screws coming through the outside of the tower that are clamp in. We've now crimped the plus and minus from the factory tower, combining it to our adapter. And then the last thing that we've done here is we've removed this main carriage bolt here. This has come out. This is the factory Malibu piece, and we're going to replace it with a longer screw that goes over the adapter plate. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's all complete. We've now screwed down and locked in the two screws that are down here, and we've replaced this screw up here with the longer one that comes with part of the kit. And you can see up close, you don't have any wires flying hanging around. The only wire you're going to see is the part right here where it goes back in and marries up with the factory tower. But overall you have a very nice, clean, easy looking adapter that looks factory. Next step will be to mount the speakers. Now on the G3 tower, you can get 2 pair of 9s. We'll take up every bit of your space, and will look real nice. The last thing we like to talk about is it's very easy to go in here and rotate these grills so that the logos match up on the horizontal plane. We'll do that in just a second. Okay, so as these are mounted, when they come out of the box from the factory, the logos don't look correct. What's nice about the design is that you can just loosen these screws here, 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 and here, and we can rotate that grill assembly in 360 degrees. And then retighten it, and you're now set. And everything looks proper. Okay, as you can see, we're all done. We've got those logos all lined up. Everything looks like it already belongs there. We've got one side of this boat complete, and we'll set up the other side and show you a finished shot.